So today we're going to talk about being a Fujoshi. A Fujoshi is basically somebody that likes gay romance, or they like to call it yaoi. So yaoi is all about gay romance. It is mostly manga and anime that features gay characters engaged in romantic activities, such as kissing and hugging and things of that nature. I'm not going to go too much into it because sometimes it is sexual, but we're not going to talk too much about that. But I'm going to talk about why this is such a big thing. So Fujoshi is a big thing because you like to ship characters from different series. You can ship different characters from different series and make them gay and things like that if you want to. And it's all around kind of fun to kind of make your own gay stories, create your own characters sometimes, and make them into a yaoi setting, and do things like that. Read about gay characters and things of that nature. But the whole thing is, I think, it's just interesting to see how a gay man lives because I've never experienced that, so I think that's where the interest comes in. It's mostly very much a curiosity because I am a woman, so I have not experienced the whole gay man experience, so I'm kind of just curious about it. So I think that's where it is, where my Fujoshi fetish comes from. It's mostly a curiosity with the gay man lifestyle and wanting to know more. And basically, it does show that gay romance is not that much different from being straight. Um, it is a little different, but it's not like super different. But it does show that it is a bit of a fetishized um, gay romance is what yaoi is. It's not always what reality of a gay romance is. It's very much fetishized, and most yaoi is written by women who fetishize gay men. So it's not usually written by gay men. Um, I have read yaoi written by gay men, and it's usually a little bit less suggestive and a little bit less perverse in a way. It's usually a little bit more down to earth when it's actually written by a gay man, versus when it's written by a woman. It's usually a little bit more sexual when it's written by a woman. I tend to try to write yaoi in a way where it sounds like it's written by a gay man because I prefer to make it more legitimate story. I do have a series out which is Thirsty for the USA, which has some yaoi scenes that are written more in the gay man sort of style rather than written kind of more fetishized. So I try to make it a little less fetishized um, than your typical yaoi. Well, my doll fell over. But I try to make yaoi less fetishized when I write it because I want to make it more appealing to everyone that likes to read it. Because it's not just women that like to read yaoi, it's also gay men that like to read yaoi. And it is good for people that like to read it to read something that is more down to earth and more realistic than something that is more fetishized. So I will say that Fujoshi do tend to fetishize yaoi and do tend to make it more fetishized and make it more about, just like how a lot of gay men make lesbian stories more fetishized um, than an actual lesbian would write them. Because Yuri is sometimes written by men instead of women, and then it's more fetishized than if it was written by women. It's a little less fetishized. But you get the idea that when the opposite gender writes a gay novel, it is more fetishized because it is based on a fantasy rather than a reality of how it actually would feel. than if it was written by someone that is actually from that gender and sexuality, or someone that is even bisexual. As a bisexual woman, I write very good Yuri as well. Because I have actually experienced Yuri, and I understand how Yuri works and things of that nature. So I believe that I can write pretty good Yuri. So, yes. But as far as yaoi goes, I try not to fetishize it too much when I write it myself. But I do enjoy some of the fetishized ones as a personal pleasure. So, I try not to write that sort of thing myself, because I try to make it as realistic as possible when I write yaoi. I try to make the characters actually sound like gay men, rather than sound like fetishized examples. So, yes. If you are interested, please pick up my novel. It is Thirsty for the USA, and is a great thing to talk about. But I know that yaoi is a big thing right now, so I just wanted to talk about my interest in yaoi so you guys know about it. So this is my interest in being a Fujoshi and into yaoi. I've been into yaoi since I was probably like a teenager, so I've been into yaoi for quite some time. I've been into Yuri probably since I was a teenager as well. So I've been into the whole gay anime and manga for quite some time. So I will let you guys know more if you want to know more. And I will see you guys next time. Bye now.